Welcome to Sandwich Chamber Presents, a program that showcases the members of the Sandwich Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Joe Arno, and we are showcasing Modern Vintage, a shop that's located in Merchant Square. And with me is Kristen, one of the owners. Welcome,
Hi,
Kristen.
Joe. Hi, how are you?
Very good.
Good.
So why don't you just in general tell us about Modern Vintage and what it's about?
Okay, Modern Vintage was almost born on the beaches of Sandy Neck a couple summers ago between my friend Kara and I. We've always been really creative, definitely different. We grew up creative. Kara grew up sewing with her aunt. I grew up drawing, painting with my grandfather. Both went off to colleges and were stuck basically in the corporate world. And we kind of got sick of it, basically. And we decided to kind of collaborate on stuff. I met someone and was learning how to paint vintage furniture and kind of take the old and bring it back to life. And at the same time, Kara was starting to design fabric. And we began collaborating in Kara's basement, started a Facebook page and a blog, and it kind of just went from there. We decided to open a store, and it's just grown, and we've been really lucky.
That's fantastic. So
Yeah.
you just opened up in 2012, is that correct?
Yeah, in May.
That's fantastic.
5 months ago, yeah.
And I'm talking around town, and people already know about what you do. I know several other realtors in town that are using you for closing gifts and
Yeah.
some unique ideas, which is fantastic. What is it that, what is your piece of it? You mentioned modern, bringing things modern. Are you refurbishing furniture in general, or what are you doing?
Yep,
with the
my
furniture?
side, I go to flea markets, yard sales. I kind of have a circuit of consignment shops I go to. People come to me if they're moving and they're trying to get rid of furniture, which is the best part, the picking part almost. And I have a few people who also pick for me. But I go out and take old furniture that's really just needs some love and some paint and bring it back to life, kind of bring it into the modern world. And then Kara designs all the fabric and she does all the sewing. She does a lot of custom stuff, but we oftentimes collaborate on pieces like chairs. She'll upholster the chair with her fabric, excuse me. Or she'll do a pillow for the chair. So it's kind of like a mix of, it's definitely vintage pieces, but it has like a modern twist to it.
So you can take something that, do you actually do woodworking if there's something that's broken on a piece of old furniture?
Yeah,
that you
absolutely.
can actually
A
put
lot
it
of
back
times,
together?
yeah, a lot of times I get pieces that are broken or someone's honestly thrown it out at the dump and it just needs some wood glue or some clamping. So a lot of pieces, they definitely need to be repaired.
And what types of furniture do you work with?
Everything, dressers, vanities, table and chairs, buffets, hutches. I love vanities though. I think that they're my favorite.
Is that what people are looking for, or is that just something that you can express yourself on?
Yeah, I mean, when we first started, we didn't know which way we were going to go, and we've been doing a lot of custom stuff for people. And vanities are really big for little girls' rooms. I think the idea of a vanity is kind of old school. You know, women don't have time to put their makeup on anymore, but I think a lot of women and little girls are starting to go back to that, and I think it's a great piece for people. So Kara will do the vanity seat, and I'll do the actual vanity.
Yeah, the car mirror kind of took over for the vanity.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah, I've been known to be driving down the road
go.
putting mascara on.
So do you see when people come in, are they looking at a blank piece of furniture and you're customizing it to them, or are you going ahead and creating something and then buying it at that point?
Either way, we have a showroom, basically a showroom. Everything is for sale, but I do have pieces in storage that if someone's looking for a dresser, I'll send them pictures of 8 dressers I have in storage, and they can pick their color and their finish that they want. A lot of Kara's stuff, like I said, is custom, so she has all her fabrics here and pillow ideas, stuff like that. But everything is for sale in our shop.
So when do you find people like to take that blank canvas, so to speak, whether that blank piece of old furniture, and bring their colors to it and the odd design, and is that how things usually work? Is that
yeah, I mean, a lot of times it does, because people already have existing wall colors, or they already have a couch that they're trying to match. So I mean, it's pretty cool that they can match their room and, you know, not go out of budget or, you know, have to completely change in a room.
Right. I was looking at your card earlier, and one of them, it's the last line on it is inspiration.
Yep.
How does that fit into?
Well, it's funny. When we first started, our first name was Inspired Home because we have so many ideas. Kara and I would meet for coffee before we opened, and we'd have so many ideas that we wouldn't even know where to start. So we try to incorporate all these ideas into our shop to kind of inspire people to be creative in their homes. I mean, the things that we have, they're unique and they're one of a kind. I mean, who wants to go into someone's home and there's the same piece of furniture in there? For me, I love having a one-of-a-kind piece in your shop. So it kind of inspires people to almost think outside the box.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people that come in and just look around for ideas, which I think is really cool.
I notice you have, and I think actually I just purchased one for a friend of mine where you customize the boards.
Yep.
And you can put on that whatever they ask you to, instead of having those ones that come out of the store that you see in so many homes. You can have that looking specific to, customized to fit there.
Yeah, we do
tons
of signs. I love salvaged pieces of wood or salvaged architectural pieces that I'll take and paint signs on, or I'll make into chalkboards, or I mean, signs are huge.
Right.
People love them, and the custom signs are really cool.
And I noticed too, you have some from old windows.
Yep.
Hanging on the walls. Is that something that people are using for frames or those going on interior walls?
Yeah, I got a huge collection of old factory windows from an old factory in New Bedford that was torn down. And people are just putting them on their walls. I love them as is. We actually had one as a headboard before this bed. We had it as just a backdrop for anything. It's just something different. It's really cool.
And they just put them up on the wall as a decoration on its own.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And they're painted. Are you painting them, or are you just sanding them down? Or
no, I just kind of clean them up and I polyurethane them. There's definitely lead paint on them, which is an issue.
Right.
So I try to polyurethane them and keep them, secure. Keep the paint secure.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So what is your day like when you come here? The shop's open from when to when? We're
open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 4.
10 to 4. And you customize things, so are you out at people's homes, or are they just bringing the ideas to you?
A lot of times we do make house calls. Kara does a lot of custom window treatments, so she's out at people's houses a lot, measuring windows and helping with colors. I do make house calls as well, color selection. A lot of people, like I said, are moving and they want to get rid of furniture. So our day, it's a crazy day here always.
Any which way.
The time always flies, yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet. So you don't have, do you have a typical type of clientele that comes through here, or is it, what's going on?
I think it's been pretty broad. I mean, definitely women. Definitely, yeah, I don't know. We haven't really nailed it down yet because we have a lot of friends who are younger, but a lot of them aren't on the Cape anymore.
Right.
But it's definitely been women who love home decor, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
And Joe, of course.
Oh, yeah. And so, Facebook, website, what's your website?
It's modernvintagedesignstudio.com. But we're doing it ourselves, so it's not completely up.
Is Facebook where you spend a lot of your time?
Yeah, Facebook. We try to post a new project every day.
Cool, great.
Yeah.
Excellent. So you're here, and I look forward to seeing some of the stuff you produce as time goes on.
Thanks.
So now we're here with Kara, the other half of the company. Kara,
Hi, Joe.
Kristen was telling us about some of the fabrics that you put together, and I look around the shop and there's all kinds of stuff going on. I see loads of pillows, and they're all very unique. Are you actually, I don't understand how fabric works, but are you actually creating what's printed on there and how it all gets put together?
Yes. Sometimes I start with, a hand drawing, or I did graphic design for a while for a production company. So sometimes I just go, start right on the computer and start designing then. But basically it's graphic design, and I'm just getting my designs printed on fabric.
And how does that work? Do you print it onto the fabric here? Or is
No, I send it out, and it's actually digitally printed.
Digitally printed on a certain fabric that
There's all different types. There's natural fabrics, there's cotton, silks, cotton twills, canvas, or I can also get fabric printed on polyester fabrics.
If somebody likes that feeling.
Yeah.
They like
Yep.
that old 70s feeling. So are they truly customized to order, or are you doing them in batches? Like I noticed one of the pillows has Sean Pond on it in different sandwich locations, very different looking, nice looking pillow. And is that something you do like in batches, or did you just do that for one individual?
It's a little bit of both. I have, all my fabric designs on display here in the shop, but I can also customize or create a new design for somebody that's coming in that wants something very specific. But with the pillows, yes, I can, change them per individual. My biggest seller right now is the sandwich pillow. And it has a bunch of locations in town. And if you wanted your street name on there instead of Route 6A, I can easily do that. Nice. Or I can change the colors.
Nice. So I imagine people are using them for gifts, closing gifts, wedding gifts.
Yep.
You could really customize it to a single event.
Definitely.
That's really neat. And what's the turnaround time for something like that?
It takes about 3 weeks. Sometimes it's only a week, but I say 3 just in case there's any delays.
And so does the individual actually pick the type of material, or does it matter on the application?
No, it's kind of a little bit of both. Okay. But ultimately, the customer picks the material.
So they can customize the color and the whole scenario.
Yep.
Really neat, really neat. And I also noticed when I looked around the shop, you have curtains as well. Are you creating that individually? You doing the sewing and doing that for individual homes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm able to go into people's homes, help pick colors. I bring some designs and, different style window treatments. And I work with the customer. That usually takes, honestly, about a month or 2 to come up with the final design and to get everything, made and hung and everything. Yeah.
So, and is there, I imagine that's just up to anybody's imagination what you could do there.
Right.
Whatever your client wants. Mm-hmm. And do you actually go out and hang it, or do you have a crew that works with you?
No, I actually come out and hang them.
Wow.
Yep.
Good for you.
It's a fun job here.
I bet. I bet it's different.
Every project is something, new and different. It's, nothing's ever the same, which is really great. It's exciting.
Pillows, curtains, what other types of products?
Benches, customized benches, for children's rooms. I also do a wedding bench with people's names, their wedding date, maybe their wedding song title.
So you're getting a bench and putting the upholstery on it? Is that what you mean by that?
My husband actually builds me the base of the bench, and then, I lay the foam down, and then I upholster it, paint the legs.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And again, great gifts. Great ideas.
Yep. And I also do custom wedding, any sort of invitation as well.
What, paper invitations?
Paper invitations, yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes they involve some fabric.
Oh, really?
Like the latest invitation I did actually has lace on it, so.
Nice.
Sometimes I kind of, put the fabric into the paper side too.
So if somebody wants a real high quality, very unique wedding or any type of invitation, this is a great spot. And you create, they bring in photos, or how's?
Yeah.
I guess it's unlimited.
Yeah, they can bring in photos, and actually lately I've been putting photos on fabric. I don't know if you can see here, but there's this pillow of some women in the 1940s in Sandwich, and I've been putting old photos on pillows like this. And I also have been taking old photos and making stretched canvases.
And what do you do with those?
You hang them on your wall.
Oh, it's like a piece of art.
Yeah, it's either a design or an old photo, and then I send that out to print, and then I stretch it myself around like wooden stretcher
Right,
bars.
right. Very cool. So if somebody has a photo of anything, could be something that it's easily to get it done instead of buying it at the shop.
Right.
Buying someone else's art photo, you could actually have your own hanging on your wall. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, yesterday a woman actually came in with, her mother had passed away, and she came in with some old love letters that her mother wrote her father, and she had an old picture of her mom and dad. So I'm going to create a design and put that on a pillow, and then she's going to give that to her father for Christmas.
Very nice. So you're making a lot of people happy here, creating new things and nice gifts. Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
That's what we hope to do.
How can people find you here? What's the address?
That's a good question. The numbers in the buildings in Merchant Square aren't really numbered, but right. We're 8 Merchant Square.
8 Merchant, backside?
Yeah, backside, across from Donna Grady.
Okay. And Facebook.com, Modern Vintage, is that how it's?
If you search Modern Vintage Design Studio Sandwich, will come up.
Okay. Fantastic. And the website again?
modernvintagedesignstudio.com.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us on the show. It was a lot of fun learning about what you guys do here, and look forward to you guys continuing being members in the Sandwich Chamber of Commerce. I know you just got started in it, and you got a big welcome at one of the after hours programs, which was a lot of fun. So thanks for joining, and I'm sure it will serve you well.
Thank you.
If you want to watch this program, you can see it on Channel 13. You can find us on Facebook at the Sandwich Community TV or the Sandwich Chamber Facebook page, and also at sandwichtv.org.